Welcome to the Better Off Bonus Call of the Week. I'm Jill Schlesinger, your host. The Better Off podcast is sponsored by Betterment, the smarter way to invest your money. Now listen, we are relying on you to keep us on the ball here. Every time you send us an email and ask to get on the air, it allows me and Mark to go research things, to think about these things, and get you on the air to talk about the various issues in your financial life. Remember, I'm a certified financial planner. I'm now the CFP Board Senior Ambassador. Mark is studying to become a certified financial planner. So this is the part of the podcast every week. These Tuesday drops are perfect for us because we get to kind of make sure that we know what the heck we're talking about. Of course, we also have our longer show on Thursdays. Please go and download that show or subscribe anywhere you get your podcasts, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, SoundCloud, or you can go to our website, betteroffpodcast.com. If you've got a question, just shoot us an email. Ask Jill at betteroffpodcast.com. Right now, we are talking to Doug, who is in Miami. Doug, I was recently in Miami, and you know what? It is lovely there. It is absolutely lovely. I hope you've enjoyed a nice winter and now spring in Miami.
Oh, I love it here. It's just perfect this time of year.
So tell us why you have called us today. What's on your mind?
All right. Well, I need some advice on what to do with an ex-employee-sponsored 401k that was automatically placed into a traditional IRA when I left. It was under $2,000, so by law, I don't think they had to inform me. Anyways, my current company's 401k plan will not allow rollovers from an IRA.
Wait a minute. Would they allow rollovers if we moved? Oh, I guess it's already in an IRA. You didn't do it. It's not a rollover IRA. It's just a plain old IRA.
Yeah. Well, my previous employer, it wasn't a 401k, and then when I left, I kind of abandoned it there.
Oh.
Asked me what to do with it?
I
so
see.
They moved it into a traditional IRA.
Okay, got it. So it's sitting in a traditional IRA. It's under $2,000. Got it. But you're working right now, right?
Right.
And how much do you earn?
Combined, my wife and I are over $330, around that.
Okay. And you're using your current 401k, right? Just generally speaking, you have a bunch of money saved up in your various retirement accounts, you and your wife? How are you doing?
Yeah, we both maxed out our 401ks. I also have an external brokerage account with Betterment. I have no IRAs or Roths, so I'm looking at getting into a traditional IRA and then rolling it over into a Roth or a backdoor conversion. Okay.
Right now, in terms of like your cash flow, you make a lot of money. How old are you guys? Do you have kids? Is there a surplus beyond the amount of money that you're putting into your 401k or your retirement plans in general?
Well, we do have one child. We maxed out the 401k, and we're just putting money away for, I'm trying to retire early, so. Like I said, we have a Betterment account, but that's it.
Okay. And how old's the kid?
11.
Okay. How old are you guys?
I'm 35. My wife's 36.
When you say early retirement, what do you mean by that? Like, what does that mean to you?
15 years, like 50.
Okay. Do you have a lot of money socked away? Because I'm thinking 50. You need a lot of money, brother.
I got about $250,000 in high yielding savings. Obviously, so I'm like, I got to do something about this. So.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
This 0.8%, maybe it's high yielding. I'm sorry, maybe it's 1%, but
1%.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you got $250 in savings. What's in retirement right now between you and your wife?
$240.
What else?
And then the brokerage, I think, is at $30,000.
Dude, you're going to have to save a lot more money if you're going to retire when you're 50. Are you an heir? Are you like a prince? Are you going to inherit a crap load of money?
We're also saving. I'm saving $70,000 that I'm putting into the high yield. So every year I'm putting 70 into that. I'm putting, I think, what is it, 10,000 to the Betterment. So I know what my problem is. I have too much cash that I'm not putting to work for me.
All right. So let's get some of that cash to work and stop mucking around with this, okay? And
Yep.
By the way, are you going to do a 529 for the kid?
We got a trust fund set up for him already. So
Yeah.
When he turns 18, the money is his. It's in his name. We can't touch it. So.
You feel good about that? I don't know. I wasn't making such great decisions at 18.
I feel good about the fund being able to cover half of his college expenses, so a 529 would probably be a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, put it this way. You got after-tax money that's sitting around, that $250,000, right?
Right.
Notice how you called in about this like $2,000 account, and now we're talking about your real life. But I mean, obviously, what I would do first is I might take a chunk of the money that's in savings and put it in a 529 plan. I don't know. I'm not familiar whether Florida has a great plan or not, but just to be clear, look into it. I know the 529 plans that are really good, cheap, efficient, that are not state specific. Nevada, Utah, Alaska, Maryland. Those are 4 good ones that have cheap investment options inside of them. So you and your wife could obviously use your gift, right? The $14,000 each. You could put $28,000 into a 529 today. You could put another $28,000 in next year. And, depending, that may be enough. I don't know how much other money you have. You may not need to do much more than that. And then the rest of this savings, obviously beyond your 6 or 12 months of emergency reserves, get that money to work, dude. What are you waiting for?
Right. I understand that. But as far as this lousy $2,000 that's hanging out there in this IRA,
yeah,
my previous employer,
yeah,
what's the easiest way to get it over, without paying a ton of taxes on this?
Well, you can roll it. You could just put it into another IRA. Where is the IRA right now? What company?
It's with Principal.
So first things first, you could roll it into any other IRA account. And then, you can potentially try to convert it, although I'm not even sure that's worth it. I might just move it into an IRA account, another IRA account, wherever you're managing your money so it's simple and it's under that one view. Throw it in something that's a long-term investment. And then when you retire, you can convert it and pay low taxes. Don't necessarily. I wouldn't pull the money out while you're making $300,000 and pay tax on that, especially if you really plan to retire early. And I'm suspect you're retiring early, by the way. I'm just saying right now. It's good.
Well, we have no debt. We have no student loans.
You make $330,000 a year, and you are going to live a good life. So go play with some retirement calculators. And so I won't tell you. The problem, it's not that you can't retire. It's that you may not be able to retire and live the exact same way you can retire now. Plus, 50's too young. You sound like you've got a lot of productivity to contribute to our economy. So I'm going to encourage you to do that. But anyway,
well, the mortgage is cheap. It's only $2,000 a year. We have $150,000 equity in the house, so we're looking at downsizing.
Okay.
So
fair enough. Play with the numbers. Get the 529 account started. Yep. Get that savings invested. Move the IRA out of the Principal to wherever you can manage it cheap, and leave it alone. Just move. Make it some aggressive fund. Leave it alone, and then if you actually have a year where your tax rate is a lot lower, then you'll be able to convert it.
Okay. Yeah, I also want to contribute to max out my wife and I both IRA every year going forward, too.
You want to max out a non-deductible IRA.
Right, and then convert it to a backdoor. But I know this little thing with the ex-employers and it causes some type of tax.
Yeah, it's a pain in the neck.
Yeah. So I'll just see a tax accountant for that, I guess.
Yes, you will be very careful not to trigger anything odd in this whole process. So, Doug from Miami, get your savings to work, keep saving, get that kid off to college, and let me know if I can do anything else. Thanks for calling.
All right. Appreciate it, Jill.
Take care. Bye-bye. Okay, that's a wrap of our Better Off bonus question of the week. If you've got a question, it's simple. Send us an email at askjill@betteroffpodcast.com. We'll arrange to get you on. And don't forget, in just a couple of days, there's a brand new episode of the Better Off Podcast sponsored by Betterment. Talk to you then.